Good, good day to everybody out there. This is See Thy Wealth, Water Your Health, Drink a Glass of Water. And Nicki Minaj has been grabbing a lot of headlines in the last several weeks. Even before she had all of these major legal things in the news, she was actually going wild on Twitter or X and talking about Jay-Z and Desiree Perez and several other individuals in the industry. Cardi B, her and Cardi B had her back and forth, their back and forth when Cardi's album dropped. And this is just another thing that has come out today, yesterday about Nicki. Nicki Minaj avoids $10 million default after lawyers jump ship. Nicki Minaj was granted a 45-day extension to find new legal counsel after her attorneys unexpectedly withdrew, derailing her response. Nicki Minaj narrowly dodged a default judgment in a $10 million federal defamation lawsuit after a judge pressed pause on the case, giving her 45 days to hire new attorneys, following the abrupt withdrawal of her legal team. Nicki Minaj and her company, Pink Personality, won a temporary reprieve after they missed a court deadline in a lawsuit filed by Tamik Peak. Sounds like a fake name. Or Tamir Peak, I'm sorry. The delay followed her previous lawyers' exit from the case without notice, leaving her unrepresented and vulnerable to a default judgment. Why would a lawyer just leave someone like Nicki Minaj's case? Nicki Minaj is supposed to be a millionaire, right? This is what we think of her. She just had one of the biggest tours ever out of male and female performers last year. She had one of the largest grossing tours. Why would a lawyer up and leave a case? Most of the time when lawyers leave cases because you either don't have the money, and I can't tell you any other reason, because lawyers are about that dollar, most of them. Yeah, they want to be legal and all that stuff, but it's about paying the bills. So why did the lawyer just leave? That's the question. Minaj was served on September 30th and had until October 21 to respond, but no filings were made. On October 24th, the clerk of the court entered a default against Minaj, setting the stage for a possible judgment without trial. But on November 3rd, Minaj's in-house counsel stepped in, asking the court for a 45-day pause, explaining that the previous attorney abruptly withdrew entirely from his representation of defendant without giving any prior notice. The attorney also said he only became aware of the lawsuit on October 30th, the same day the original lawyer pulled out. Peak challenged the request, claiming Nicki Minaj has sufficient time to respond and accusing her former attorney, Judd Burstein, of sending an email with adverse consequences if Peak didn't drop the case. Maybe that's what it was. Burstein. However, Judge Broderick said Peak failed to clarify the nature of those threats and ruled that the situation didn't amount to a willful default. The judge noted Nicki Minaj's swift action after the default was entered. He concluded that Minaj had shown good cause for the missed deadline, even though she hadn't yet presented a complete defense to the defamation allegations. Nicki Minaj now has until December 28 to secure new legal representation and the must update the court on her progress by December 13. The rap star is also at risk of losing her $20 million in separate legal battle she is accused of ignoring. Her $20 million house. I did a video on that. Y'all can check that out. So yeah, Nicki is back in the news for another court battle. This one is defamation of illegal defamation. This one is defamation. The previous one was her not paying someone, the security guard who got punched by her husband. So they put a lien on her house in Los Angeles. In other news, we have Kandi Burruss. Oh man, we have Kandi Burruss in the news. Has lost connection to your screen share audio. Try sharing your screen again. Oh, that's what happened. Okay. So Kandi Burruss admits Todd Tucker divorce has been brewing for some time. Recently, Kandi Burruss Burruss opened up about filing for divorce almost 15 years into her relationship with Todd Tucker. Kandi Burruss and Todd Tucker have been at an item for roughly 15 years. Recently, however, the Escape songstress decided to end their marriage for good. She filed for divorce earlier this month after they were separated for a few months. Though, according to her, the breakup has been amicable. Burruss opened up about the situation on Amazon Live yesterday, November 24, confirming that there's been legitimately no drama. She added that a breakup between the two of them has been brewing for some time now, per TMZ. Apparently, they even plan on spending the upcoming holidays together as a family. Despite this, the former Real Housewives of Atlanta star says that things haven't exactly been easy. I've been going through it, she admitted, noting how the happy face she wears online isn't always genuine. Sometimes things don't work out. It just is what it is. At the time of writing, Tucker has not publicly addressed his divorce from Burruss. This isn't the first time in recent months that Burruss has had to set the record straight. However, earlier this year, Tasha K fueled rumors that another woman was involved in her marriage. During an appearance on The Morning Hustle in May, she was quick to shut this rumor down once and for all. "Oh my God," she said at the time. "No, I don't have a girlfriend. I'm a fun girl, though. I'm a married woman. Let's remind ourselves I'm a married woman," Burruss continued. "Anytime people ask me about my personal life, I love to tell people. Y'all do realize I ain't on Real Housewives no more, so I don't get paid to tell y'all my personal business." Now, if we go back and we look at the actual prenup, because she had a prenup with him, and I'll say that, let's just say this. She had a prenup with Todd, and in this prenup, he basically gets nothing. He walks away with no assets. He walks away with no monthly income. He walks away with nothing, I guess, besides what they've accumulated during his time with her if they invested in any businesses together. Besides that, if you look at that prenup, it's sad for him. Now, I know that men usually get taken to the cleaners when they divorce a woman if they don't have a prenup or whatever, but she wasn't having it. She was the man in this relationship. She wore the pants, and now he's stuck with having to take care of their children. Yes, she may finance it if he's not in a position, but I'm gonna ask y'all out there as men, is it worth sitting and taking a back seat to a woman like Kandi if you're not making your own money and not making and because remember, the prenup was a big thing. They almost called the wedding off. But would you? I'm gonna keep it like, I don't know if I could walk away from a marriage with a multi-millionaire like Kandi, and I'm not walking away with something, 10,000 a month, 5,000 a month, something. He's walking away with nothing, no money at all. I don't know if I could get married to her. But again, if it's love, it's love. But if it's not, and it's a contractual thing, if I'm in a marriage with her and I know she has access to basically unlimited funds, I have to be able to utilize some of those funds to at least put myself in a position to be financially okay, just in case we don't work out. Because I signed this prenup knowing that I'm not walking away with not a dollar except for two children, which are great, beautiful, beautiful children. But at the end of the day, having those two children isn't going to take care of my bills when you kick me out of your house. So y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. Was Todd bugging? Did he do the right things during this marriage to take care of himself post the marriage in case she decides to walk away? Because she had the ball in her court. Everything that was done was by what she wanted to have done. I'm sure she had control of all the bank accounts. She had control of any type of spending that man was doing. If they were authorized users on a credit card, she probably was limiting how much he could spend at one time. Maybe not in the beginning, but a few up investments, she probably put a hold on a lot of things. Y'all got to look at that prenup. It's messy. Good for her. Great for her. She's smart. And for a lot of men out there that's watching this divorce, a lot of anybody that's walking into a divorce, that's walking into a marriage with someone who hasn't completely less than you, if you want to protect your assets, check out Kandi's playbook. That doesn't mean you have to Not leave your significant other with something when the divorce is over with and you split. That doesn't mean that. But you definitely should take a page out of her playbook because she's walking away with everything before she got into the marriage, mostly everything after she got. And look, she set the game up for y'all to win when it comes to divorces and prenups and everything. Anyway, y'all, let me know what y'all think in the comments. This is See Thy Wealth, Water Your Health. Drink a glass